In this video, we are taking the Redcat Vertex-10 and we're going to be putting on the weighted front portal knuckles from Redcat RAR 43611. It's going to give us a little bit more front down low weight on this crawler, which is something that, you know, we're always looking forward to. If you are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Troy. This is RoadsideRC. You'll tend to find me bashing or crawling or drifting or racing review videos and how-tos. Let's get started by rechecking the baseline weight of this truck. I've got some different tires and wheels here on it just for testing purposes, but otherwise this is exactly stock truck, no battery in it right now. $25.99, 2600 as it flips back and forth. Total weight 57 on the front, 43 on the rear, 1480 that looks like on the front. So that will be our baseline, and we're going to check to see how much weight we add. In the bag, you do have just the two front knuckles. You'll notice you don't see any shiny brassy color in there. That's because they're not. They appear to be actually like a cast steel. Really interesting. Redcat chose to do that on the outer portal covers that are already that steel. And for this inner, I imagine it's got to be stronger. It's much less likely to be stripped out, but still provide like some pretty hefty weight. So I'll be very curious. Maybe this is a trend that Redcat's starting, and we'll see more people going to this instead of a brass. Tools needed to do this job, obviously some blue thread locker, a 2 and a 1.5 millimeter MIP speed tip. You can basically get away with just a little hand tool here. Yes, I did use my Electric Works driver for some of it, but the truth is there's so few screws here, I don't think it was really needed. Something to get the small nut off on the bottom of the steering linkage. Of course, you could also use your little T-wrench to get the wheels off. I had a separate wheel wrench that I used. Needle nose to help get that little cross pin out, but the truth is, you don't actually really need to take that cross pin off. You can leave all that together, so maybe you don't really need those. Little awl or something like that in order to dig the bearing out. And I had my handy-dandy Cow RC screw catcher mat that I was using to keep the screws from rolling off of my workbench while I was doing the job. If you need some of these, I will have a link to most of them down in the video description. Step one is to get this corner off of the truck. We're going to take the top screw here, this screw for the steering linkage, and the other screw down here on the bottom off. The whole corner here just pulls straight loose, and you can get, look at that, first a really good look at this double CV shaft in here. That thing has the ability for a bunch of angle. Use our 1.5 right in here to get the set screw out. A little screwdriver helps pop that hex the rest of the way. Make sure while you're here to grab this little cross pin. You do not want to lose that little thing. This will make your day very sad if you continue using our 1.5 driver here to get these 4 screws out of the front of this outer portal cover. That will then just slide right off. Note we have the bearing here that stayed with me in the top, but this bearing stayed with this shaft. I'm going to go ahead and slide this over and keep all that together on this side, making sure that little cross pin is in there as well, because all that can stay right there. Now we're going to need to get this bearing out. We still need to get this upper gear plus all this. There is 3 more little 1.5 screws right here. The whole thing should be able to poke out the back as one assembly. So you have the drive shaft plus the gear plus the bearing, all that comes out. With a small awl or a screwdriver, you can sometimes work these bearings around just a little bit, and they'll slowly come up and out until they pop out. Now obviously my truck's pretty dang new right now, so I don't need to replace these bearings, but if you were, if this truck had some age on it, it'd be a great time to be replacing some of these bearings. All right, now we're going to compare new versus old. You couldn't hardly tell the difference. So there is no shape difference here whatsoever, as near that I can tell. It looks exactly the same. Okay, now we're good to go ahead and start reassembling. First thing in is the little bearing. Go ahead and slide the gear, bearing, drive shaft in here. And use a screwdriver to push in on this outer race a little bit, making sure we're not pushing on the bearing parts itself, but just that outer race. There we go. I want to get it to click all the way in so that it's flat, because those little screws that are holding it in there, they're not very much for torque. They're just there to hold it from falling out. These screws are so small, I'm going to put them in by hand, but I am also still going to give them just the smallest drop of a thread locker on them, since this is still a metal screw into a metal part. We can then take and marry these two steel parts right back together. Very nice. Make sure that everything, before you go start putting these screws in, make sure everything spins nice and free. Everything looks like it mounts up beautifully, and it sure does. I mean, it goes together as if they designed it that way. Again, Loctite and these 4 screws in right here. I have that cross pin in, I have the hex slid back on, and now I just want to note, I am not putting any Loctite on this little set screw that goes in here, because the wheel hex actually goes over it, and so it can never come out even if it wanted to. All right, we have that whole corner put together now. That feels somewhat hefty, if I'm honest. Very, very hefty right here. All right, time to slide this right back in. We are going to just put it right in the center. We're trying to push it on its way back in. And then it looks like, yeah, with a couple little turns, it'll slide right back in home. Same thing, this is now going into metal. So we're gonna put Loctite, these on these steering components here. This is especially important because they pivot a lot. If you don't get the Loctite on them, you will lose them out wherever you are. Okay, now before I put this steering linkage on, I'm making sure that this corner spins nice and free. There's no binding there, nothing's wrong. I don't have any excess play in it. Steering still feels tight, all that. It's a great time to check that before we go any further. And then I'll go ahead and get this link put on right here. That looks great. Honestly, it's even hard to tell it from the factory part once everything's bolted together. Which is kind of nice actually. So we get to bolt our wheel back on and then swap over to the other side. Now I'm going to do this other side off camera. The only thing that should be slightly different is you have the 2 steering links here. Otherwise everything should be exactly the same. I will hop back on camera if I see anything unusual. That side went on just perfectly fine, no issues at all. Of course, the drive shaft that pulls out of it is much longer since it's on the longer side of the axle tube, so don't let that surprise you. But it is on there, and I'm thinking that maybe these tires would need some foam tuning based on how much weight's on the front now. Let's get the scales, see what the difference is. And the truth serum here, total truck gained about 75 grams. Moved a little bit of that weight, bumped up 1% or so here on the front. And you can see, of course, that 75 grams is all there on the front. Is that going to be enough to really notice a huge difference out on the rocks? Maybe, maybe not, but it's a step in the right direction. I am really happy to be on the path of making this truck even more awesome than it is out of the box. If you want the parts, those portal knuckles that I put on here this time, there'll be a link to them down in the video description. If you want to follow along with any of the other modifications, tuning tricks, things like that I'm doing to this truck, there will be a whole Vertex-10 playlist that'll be popping up over here to your right. And I hope to see you in one of those videos. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.